Right now, you can get 10% off retail orders of comic supplies from bcwsupplies.com when you use the promo code ScottyD at checkout.
And there's no space between Scotty and D.
BCW Supplies. Protect, store, display. Book 2, Part 1. Shadows and Secrets. Disorder engulfs the galaxy. After the destruction of the Death Star by a mysterious, force-strong rebel pilot, the Sith Lord Darth Vader was deemed responsible by his master, Emperor Palpatine. Now pursuing his own agenda, the pilot's identity, Vader recruited bounty hunter Boba Fett and archaeologist Dr. Aphra. Pitted by the Emperor against a new array of rivals for his position in the Empire, Vader's rage at being doubted was compounded by an even more shocking revelation. The rebel pilot he sought was actually the son he never knew he had. Now, alongside Aphra, the Sith Lord returns to his home planet of Tatooine, to the former homestead of the pilot, following a trail left behind by Boba Fett and the young Skywalker.
Hey web world, Scotty D. Thanks for stopping by to another video here in my comic book series on my channel. And as always, if you'd like to reach out to me, it is very simple to do so. You can email me or tweet me. The email account, scott@scottydonline.com, and the Twitter account is @scottydonline. Both of those are in the video description below for easy find and easy use, as is that promo code for the savings over at bcwsupplies.com. Why not? Hey, if you're going to get your comic supplies, save some money while you do it by using the promo code down in the video description below, as is the other savings that I've just added in. It's the savings for you to get the comic collector database and save some money in your purchase on that as well. That is in the video description below. A ton of other information as well. So if you were only watching the videos and not reading the video descriptions of all of my videos on my channel, you're only getting half of what I do for you here in the content here on my channel. So definitely watch the videos and check out the video descriptions of all of the videos here on my channel. Today we are here to talk about this book right here. It's Marvel Star Wars Darth Vader #7. Kind of a mysterious cover on this one. Take a look at this one. Vader overlooking a dwelling that appears to be on Tatooine. Very, very nice. This is the standard cover. It is in a Silver Age Mylar bag and board. This is the 2mm Mylar. So if you ever wondered how flexible 2mm Mylar is, you can see right there. It's very, very flexible. 4mm Mylar, very nice, but 2mm Mylar seems to be my favorite, and the Silver Age is my de facto standard for all of my books in my collection. It keeps everything kind of unified and satisfies my OCD, I guess. Anyways, this book is very, very fun because it's a fast book. It's a good series so far, but last we left off in book number 6, Vader was having some flashbacks of Padme, and he just learned about the son that he never knew he had. And now we join Vader in book number 7 on the surface of Tatooine. I told you. Looked like it was a Tatooine dwelling, and it is. And he's at the house of Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru. And all of the destruction that took place there when Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru were murdered by the Empire. And remember when Luke went back and visited the dwelling and found the bodies burning. So we know right about when this is taking place now in the Star Wars storyline, because Vader going back to Tatooine and all of the ruins being right there, you kind of get a real quick understanding of where this is taking place in the canonical storyline. Even though there's not an official timeline out there, you can kind of put 2 and 2 together and go, wow, this is happening like right after. So we see Vader in a great scene overlooking the double suns on Tatooine, which is a great homage back to when Luke did this in A New Hope. Pardon me, let me get this. You want this mug for yourself? I will put a link in the video description below so you can get this very mug for yourself. Excuse me. Sneezing. Allergies. I hate this time of the season. Anyways, I digress. If I can get through this video without sneezing a whole lot. Now, the sun sets Vader, Afra, 000, BT-1 down in the underground part of the house, and they're surveying all of the ruins. And like I said, it's a great throwback to Episode 4. And then we quickly get a jump over to Obi-Wan's house in this book, which I thought was interesting that they're following the trail that was left behind by Luke and Boba Fett, as they said in the scroll. And so they were only at Luke's old house for a very short time. Now they're going to Obi-Wan's house. And Vader basically tells Afra, BT-1, and 000, I'm going in this by myself. You stay out here until I tell you otherwise. So he goes in it alone, and he starts to feel the Force very strong. He can start to feel what happened there during the struggle between Luke and Boba Fett. And he starts to feel how strong the Force is with Luke, but he also understands that Luke still has a long way to go before he has total control over his Jedi powers. And just as quickly as he arrives, now they're leaving. And so he's standing outside, and Afra says, where do you want me to set the bomb? And so I'm like, okay, so they're going to blow up Obi-Wan's house. And then they're kind of in a back scene you see here, and the bomb seems to not destroy the house, but it destroys in a valley. And so I'm like, what's in the valley, and why are you blowing up down there? Because it just didn't make any sense. You would think that they were going to blow up Obi-Wan's house or blow up Uncle Owen's house or something like that, but it seems like the detonation goes off down in the valley. So, in my opinion, the visit to Tatooine was very lackluster, and very rushed. So now we're out of that, and there's a jump cut to Santul, and it's in the Outer Rim, and it reminds me a lot of Dagobah. Just the vines and the trees and very swampy looking or very tropical looking in some cases. And then there's a discussion happening of lost cargo with a Rodian, and then all of a sudden, boom! Vader shows up. It's like, okay, he was just on Tatooine, but now he's on Santul. And he arrives with a bunch of stormtroopers, and the blaster fire is going off, and they got there by the help of a tracking device that was put on one of the smugglers that was talking to the Rodians. And so all of the blaster fire is filling the room, and this is by far one of my favorite art scenes in this comic book. Now, after all of the dust settles from this really quick, hey, I'm Vader, I'm here with my entourage, Vader instructs one of the troopers that's standing in front of a vault to open it up and gather all of the contraband, and we're out of here. So the contraband at first looked like a bunch of toothpicks, but then I thought, well, maybe they're credits, so maybe they're Imperial credits or whatnot. So then after that, we get another jump cut where Vader is now engaged in a conversation with one of the Hutts, and there's some great Huttese translations going on here. And this Hutt that he's talking with is Sutha. And it's a back and forth, blah, 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 with a very typical Vader threat at the end. And just then, another jump cut happens, and we are at the entryway of a cantina, and we see the "your kind aren't welcome here." So we know it's a droid that's trying to get into the cantina. And then this droid apparently doesn't take kindly to the "you're not allowed in here" and blasts the person that says you're not welcome here. And then we recognize this droid immediately as Bounty Hunter IG-90. And so IG-90's here to have some discussions with Bosk, which I think is great that these two are finally getting a little bit more recognition to the storyline because they're such historically important bounty hunters from the very beginning, but they had such a small smidgen of a part in the overall visual aspect to the movies. So it's great to see them get a little bit more interaction outside of just being a splash shot in the middle of the movie. Then they head off to a pit fight that has a Wookiee involved in it, and it's not just any Wookiee. This Wookiee that's in this pit fight appears to be the same Wookiee that was with Boba Fett at the very beginning of this series when Vader hired Boba Fett to go find all of this, what's happening down there with Obi-Wan and Luke and all the rest of this stuff. So at this point, we find out that this Wookiee is very deadly. And just then, Aphra shows up to the party. So it's one of these, where the heck is this book going? It's very fast. And she appears to be on a very selfish mission because she's been involved with Vader up to this point, talking about how she knows where all of these treasures are going, and she appears to be looking to double-cross Vader, at least the way that I'm taking this part of the book, because she knows where the treasures are being transported, how they're being transported, how to get around all of the security, and how to get rich off of all of this. So I got a bad feeling that this isn't going to end good for Aphra. I had high hopes that Aphra was going to have some longevity in this book, this series, and the overall Star Wars canonical storyline. But this one move could be a big screw up for her, even though she's got two very skilled bounty hunters at her side. If they decide to take her up on her offer, it just doesn't seem like it's going to end very well for her. And just then, the book is over. That's it. The book is over. It was that fast. So the next book is set to arrive August 5th, 2015. So keep your fingers on that. That will get some next very interesting tidbits around Aphra. Will the bounty hunters take her side? Are they going to play up against her and they're really working for Vader? Who knows? But we're going to find out, hopefully, in the upcoming books. What did you think about this series up to this point? What did you think about book number 7? Drop a comment below. I'd love to see your thoughts around this. Definitely share this video with somebody that you know. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. All it takes is a very quick click over on my main YouTube channel page. Click that subscribe icon and go to the right of that. After you do click the subscribe icon, click on the gear cogwheel and enable the updates in there. It'll let you know when I produce a new video here on my channel. And as always, if you are already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much for being right there so I can be right here. And if you want to kick it up a notch after you be a subscriber and make a monthly contribution to the efforts and endeavors here on my channel, you could do so by becoming part of the Techertainment Elite over at patreon.com/ScottyDOnline. For as low as $1 a month, you can make a contribution to my channel and get all perks and rewards along the way that are part of the level that you contribute to here in the Patreon campaign. So, until the next video, until anything else that happens here on my channel, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time, Web World.
If you like the comic book series here on my channel and you want to watch more, it's real simple to do so. All you have to do is go on over to my main YouTube channel page. Once over there, click on playlists. Inside of the playlist area, find comic book collecting. Click on it and all of the videos are right there. It is that simple. Thanks for watching and may the Force be with you.